Clarence Hill, All City, Dallas. Let's talk about the slow starts. I know you guys finish fast, but how frustrating is it to continue to start slow?
Yeah, very frustrating, especially when you're playing a quarterback like that on that side, an offense that powerful, explosive. You just can't do it. Honestly, just talking to some of the defensive guys, we got to look in the mirror, us offense first, and we got to help them. I mean, I know their standard, and they don't want to allow 28 points, but 28 points against an MVP player, an offense like that. It's a game that we've got to go score 30 in. We know it. We didn't do it. Started late. That's the biggest part of it. The penalties, some errors, I guess you can say, just whether it be alignment, whether it be assignment. We've got to be cleaner. We've got to lock in and be more focused on our job and take accountability every position and grow.
Why do you seem to be more in sync when you're 2 minute?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's plays that we've ran, from the first install. That's what you always say. 2 minutes install one plays that the first day all the way to the last you've had the most reps at them. That could be potentially it. So maybe we've got to lessen the volume. Who knows? But us as players, we've got to be more professional and understand our jobs, understand where we're supposed to be, and do that time and time again and keep our focus.
Dak, Todd Archer with ESPN, you said be more professional. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, but by knowing where you're supposed to be, knowing your reads, knowing where you're supposed to line up, knowing your routes, knowing your route adjustments versus certain coverages. Every part of what being a professional is, it's doing your job and being prepared for every part of the job, however it may come. So time away from the building to being in the building, just being a pro and understanding that you can only get so many practice reps, but you can watch the film, you can do all these other things that will help make up for it. And we just got to be more focused. And that's what, to me, on offense, where we haven't been as focused as we should, had a lot of or a few mental errors that were crucial, I guess you can say, just the timing-wise. And to me, it just goes into being professional and understanding what you got to do.
Saudis of The Athletic. Dak, with body language and CD's body language, how do you balance the passion that he shows versus making sure he doesn't get too down either on himself or on the offense as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, reading body language, I'm not really into it. I'm just into making sure he doesn't get down on himself. The body language, whether it's good, it's bad, it's irrelevant. It's where his mind is. And so he's going to be disappointed when you're passionate, when you expect a lot from yourself. You're going to be that way. So for me, it's about just letting him know, hey, next play, wipe it clean. Who cares what happened when you have an opportunity to go fix it this next play or make a better play? So if you're sitting in that, dwelling on that, your mind's not in the right place to move forward. So for me, it's about just always talking to not only him but the other guys of don't dwell. You don't have time to dwell. You look at the way that game ended, and I feel like if we don't dwell in different places on offense, it's a different game, obviously, and who knows, a 2-point conversion away from a tie game and a red zone trip away from a different ending to that game. So that's my point, is you can't dwell. Things happen fast in this league, and you always have an opportunity. You always have a chance as long as there's times and as long as you have the ball.
Hey, Dak. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. You guys are going into a short week, going into New York. Two-part question. Do you feel like that's a benefit because it allows you an opportunity to quickly try to wrench this taste out of your mouth, but also being that you guys kind of came on fire and on offense in the fourth quarter, do you see that as a chance to build on that confidence, momentum, and carry it into week 4?
Yeah, I mean, just the way that we finished on offense is vital for us to be able to build on. I mean, honestly, talking to the guys on, I don't know if it was the drive we scored on or the fourth down before that, and I said, hey, we've got to get something going, momentum. I don't care how this game ends. It's about getting something going. This is a long-ass season, and so we've got to make sure that we're controlling what we can control, and right now we've got an opportunity to go do that. And we started it going. We got going, got hot, primed it up, and it's important to continue to roll that over into this short week. As far as getting the taste out of your mouth, it's always better on a short week, win or lose. Just being able to get right back to it, not being able to celebrate a win or dwell on a loss. Understanding that next game's just as important. And I told some of the guys in the locker room, enjoy your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday tonight. Tomorrow you wake up and it's Thursday, so let's get to it.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Why you and CD haven't been able to kind of get into a rhythm, it seems, in the first 3 weeks?
Got to look at the film. Not really sure. If I had an answer, we'd be in a rhythm.
Why is the run game struggling a little bit?
Got to look at film. I'm sorry you're asking me questions that, I've got to go back and I've got to look. I mean, you know me by now. I'm not going to give you some rational answer.
But from the naked eye and the numbers, it doesn't seem like neither one is operating the way you want it to.
It's a process. We got to continue to grow. It's game 3. It's game 3, and we've got an opportunity here in a couple of days to build off of the way that we just finished that game, and that's what's important. Whether it's the run game, whether it's the connection with CD, obviously, so when you miss some time, you're going to have that. You wish you didn't, but you are. And so as I said earlier, it's about me making sure that he's in the right mindset moving forward. Who cares? Incomplete pass, yeah, I could have thrown it better. Maybe you could have brought it in. It doesn't matter. We've got an opportunity this next play, just as we've got an opportunity tomorrow to grow and build.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports Deck, you talked about people on the offense being professional. You talked about like how people can be professional, but how do you get, the people who you feel like need to improve in that area? How do you inspire or encourage that behavior?
Yeah, I mean, just communication. Simple as that. Watching the film, calling out, what I'm saying, where whether it's me, whether it's them, whether we all can be better. I mentioned in the huddle and just being accountable, looking in the mirror. And even if you're professional and you're doing all the things right, where can I do better? And maybe it's bringing somebody along. So that's the beauty in this game. It's the ultimate team game. And that's why I love it. And that's why I'm excited to wake up and get back at it.
Aaron. Dak, Aaron Cousins, Lone Star Live. Do you have any say, do you and Coach McCarthy talk at all about the 2-point conversions, like whether or not you go for it, and why do you think you weren't able to convert either of those today?
The first one, great coverage. Maybe I can change the play. Yeah, I mean, the guy made a good play. I think he already had the leverage on CD. And the second one, that they were in a good defense for a look. But almost converted it, honestly. I bring the ball down a little bit, regardless of what I had to do in the pocket. As a quarterback, you got the ball in your hands, and I've got an opportunity to make a play, and the play was there, and I missed it. So as far as the conversations on whether to go for it or on two, I mean, it's about trusting what the play caller's doing, what the position that he's putting us in. And at the end of the day, when we score, you're not asking me this question. So I'm not going to ever doubt his decision on putting the ball in my hands and our offensive hands of getting points.
Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. You mentioned about being a pro. You got a lot of young guys on offense. Yeah. Do you think those guys get it? Like, they understand what you're talking about?
Yeah, they do. And that's my point about trusting the process and continuing to build. Being a pro is not going up and down, you know what I mean, playing the highs and lows and riding those. It's about being consistent to your process, trusting the work that you put in, your teammates put in, trusting the man next to you, and just trying to accomplish your job and fighting at the end of the day. And, I mean, Coach McCarthy said it best. That fight that this group showed, you can't scheme that. You can't prepare for that. So we've got the right type of guys, and it's about us just starting faster. We start faster. We help our defense out. It's a different type of game.
Yeah, Jeff Cole with Fox 4. Micah talked in the locker room about how it's a low feeling right now. DeMarcus said the frustration is real. How focused are you on making sure that frustration doesn't snowball, and how do you do that?
Yeah, great question. I mean, as I've just kind of alluded to a couple of times, is making sure guys don't dwell. They can feel bad tonight, but come in the morning, it's over with. It's over with. And if you're dwelling on that, you're not going to prepare the right way. You're still going to be looking back at things you could have done, should have done. I mean, I can tell you a handful of plays right now that I could have made or shouldn't have put the ball in there that was close to an interception or this or that. But, you got to have a short term in this game. I mean, and that's my point of being 3 games in and a lot of season left. Trust your process, trust the men next to you, trust what we're building, and continue to go. Continue to try to get better and put your best version out there, your unit's best version, and ultimately the best team that we can each and every Sunday. And you won't have any regrets. No matter what happens, you won't have any regrets if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and being accountable.
We talked during the week about how you're focused on trying not to take too much on your shoulders, but in a moment like this, do you feel like you have to do more as a leader?
Yeah, I mean, if guys are, I mean, I'm not going to say it's too much, but if guys are dwelling and guys are sitting on a loss or back-to-back losses, yeah, I mean, I've got to obviously speak up. I've got to let them know that it's over with. We got an opportunity next week to go here Thursday, 3 days from now, I guess, 4, whatever it is, 4, I don't know, and go 2-2. And when we get that win, you're going to feel a little bit better, and you're going to and once again, I need to remind them that doesn't matter. It's about what we can do in 7 days or what we can do tomorrow to build till that next game. So we just got to understand the process, trust the process, be accountable, every single one of us, including myself, and move on.
Sydney Staples, D210 Sports. What will be your process? What will it entail up until kickoff on Thursday?
The whole thing. I'm excited to go hang with Mama and MJ back there tonight. Watch this game down. Early tomorrow, turn the film on the New York Giants, and a lot of film between now and Thursday. Understanding that the practice reps will be minimal. It'll be probably more. I know it'll be more walkthrough type speed. Then obviously just leading the guys, making sure that we're not dwelling on what's happened. That we're excited about the opportunity that we have to move forward, to put a better taste in our mouth, to go and get a win. And just simply that, preparing, as I said, as a pro, and making sure these other guys understand how crucial it is each day, each hour that we have when the week is shortened.
Dak, Michelle Montaigne, WFA. What do you feel like you need for this offense to be more productive?
To play my absolute best, period. That's the expectations of myself. It's the standard I hold. I'm a look in the mirror type guy. So I'm going back and watching the film with where could I have done better, where could I have helped, could I have moved in the pocket this way, that way. Not over-analyzing, I can say, but understanding what I could control and taking accountability and communicating that with the other guys, making sure that they're not taking too much and over-analyzing on themselves and throw and complete the ball. Simple as that.
Last one, Clarence.
A couple of questions. You talked about accountability, looking at it. Mike McCarthy said that y'all played like y'all practiced, like y'all didn't have good practices this week. Is that kind of the professionalism you're talking about?
Yeah, for sure. And I'll start with myself. I didn't have a great practice. I believe it was Thursday. I even told Coach, I said, I feel better when it's me because I can control it. I can get over it. I'll make that change and that difference. But it's also a sense of got to make sure that other people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Make sure that other people aren't maybe dwelling on a practice rep, myself included, and understanding that just because, as I said, just because we got this look might not be the look that we get in the game, and these are the other variables, and this is the other place that the ball needs to go, should go. We need to be ready, and just being a leader that steps up and I guess on either side of the ball. I don't watch the other side of the ball that much, worrying about our side, but just doing what I can to make sure that guys are positive and upbeat and optimistic about their opportunity that we have every time we get on this field.
Finally, do you have to guard against a false sense of hope that you fix things in the fourth quarter? And then
Do I have to guard against it?
A false sense of hope that we fix things in the fourth quarter, and because the slow starts and the regular offense is really the bread and butter, not what you saw at the end of the game in scramble mode trying to come back. I know your offense looked good at the end, but that's really not a full game. Do you have to guard against, hey, we got this thing, we're positive, we end it fast, this is who we are, rather than.
I mean, that team was still playing hard right there at the end. I get what you're saying, and in times, people call it trash time or not, but they're bringing cover zero for a reason, trying to stop us, trying to finish the game and end the game, and we weren't allowing that to happen. So for me, it's about to your point, starting fast. We got a lot of momentum going, but that was doing the things that we do at a high level, not making mistakes, lining up in the right place, not jumping off sides, being disciplined on our technique. That's what led to those drives one after another. So it's about doing that earlier and then putting pressure on the defense, and then we can do that, and then we can run, we can play action, we can do whatever we have to do. So, the pass game got going. 2-minute was great. But we've got to figure out a way to be better early in the game and start the game better. And that's what I'm looking forward to do, is leading the guys and doing that. Thank you.
Thank you.